Good morning. This is day one of my journey with regards to losing another 30 kilograms. And it was not an easy day for me, but I thought it is good to start off to make a video, and maybe also make one every morning just to see what is the progress. A little bit more for me than for you. And at the end of the week, I will then add these videos, short little videos together, and I will release it on Friday evenings so that you can see what's happening in my life with regards to losing the weight. It is a little bit of a motivation for me, actually more than it's for you, but maybe it motivates you as well to see that all those videos, that how I lost all this weight and how easy it was. I think it is good to sometimes see the truth. It is not that easy, and it's a big suffer. So for me, before I want to start, I already received my first subscriber, and I'm super excited about it. And I would encourage you also to like and subscribe, or don't like it and subscribe, but do subscribe, and of course do the notification bell so that you can see every time that I do an update. And I would please ask you, leave some comments. Good ones, bad ones, I don't really mind. Good criticism is also a good thing. And but maybe you also have some good ideas for me. And maybe you can also learn a little bit something from me. I'm no expert in it. Please bear that in mind. I'm just a guy that needs to lose weight because I am killing myself. So feel free to make any comments, and let's suffer together. So I love going in YouTube, and I look at all the YouTube channels, and I look at a lot of this people that losing a lot of weight, and I see they are active, and they are encouraging people, and in the end they lose their weight, and that's the end of it. You never hear of them again. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And you can look by the uploads of the videos. It stopped 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago, and there's no update from that. Now, my question normally is, did you go up? Because I'm one of those persons. I didn't have a YouTube channel, but I would always lose 10, 15 kilograms, and it goes back within faster than you can imagine. So my question always is, what happened? Of course, if I years ago in South Africa, we had this one guy that every couple of months he's on in the magazines, the local magazine, and he would lose 200 kilograms, and then nothing for you, hear nothing for him, and then a year later they have a new article, and he's bigger than he's been before. So up and down. So for me, I'm going to try to keep it down this time. Well, I'm definitely going to try harder. So if I if I look at the last 5 years since I moved into Europe, with the different lifestyles, and I also discussed this in my first video, and I will put a link in the description as well. It's quite long, but it gives you a little background information on what's happening in my life and why all these things are happening. And over the 5-year period, I lost about 20 kilograms, and no dieting. It was just the way of the lifestyle here. The fact that I'm walking way more, the fact that I don't snack at work. There's no fast foods at the office. There's no crisps or chips and things like that in the office. So the setup is completely different from what I'm used to in South Africa. And of course, with lunchtime we have a nice cafeteria and with nice healthy food, or much healthier food than I was used to, with loads and loads of salads. So I think that also helped. But of course, 5 years and 20 kilograms, not really helpful, but it was a start. But the only thing is, when I come home, and like I said, my mom was a fantastic chef. I've learned from her. I'm a very good chef, so I make fantastic food myself. And of course, I keep on with the trend of the too much carbs in the diet. At any stage, you can go into my cookie cupboard, and you will have 5-6 packets of chips, or you cookies, or nice salty things. I do like salty things. Lucky for me, I'm not a big fan of the sweet things. I'm not a big chocolate fan. And can you just imagine if I was a chocolate fan as well? But yeah, the salty things, it's incredible. If you turn around the pack and look at the ingredients, and you look at the carbohydrates in it, and of course, all those things end up in sugar. And for me, that was the biggest problem. And not every day, because I hated doing the blood sugar test. First of all, it hurts. Second of all, I knew it's going to be high, and I had my blinkers on, and I don't want to see where it was high. So when I had the courage to do a test, my average over the last couple of years is probably around 13 moles per liter, or in the American terms, and here in Europe as well, it was about 250 milligrams per deciliter, which is incredible. So if I was lucky and I was a good boy for 2 or 3 days, I might go down to 10 moles or 200 milligrams per deciliter. And of course, that was the biggest problem. So my weight was coming down, but the problem is I also ended up not taking care of the sugar diabetes, and that was the biggest problem for me. So this morning I weighed myself, and of course, the little shop of horrors, I picked up, since yesterday morning, I picked up 600 grams. Now, 600 grams is nothing. And just to show you, I did bought a very expensive scale that does all the measurements, everything for you, and it's very accurate. Well, I think it's very accurate. So I picked up 600 grams, but there's a reason for that, and I understand the reason. Normally that would have been, it would have sent me over the cliff, and I would have then go straight to the cookie cupboard, and I would have eaten something, because this is bullshit. I just spent almost 16 hours not eating anything, and why am I weighing a little bit more? And I will talk about my food intake as well. And I will show you. I have the app. I put everything, so I make sure that I know what I'm eating. So what I did from yesterday till this afternoon is that I went on a fasting again, and I only ate yesterday. My last meal was at 18:20. And when I started the fasting, and I started until 1 o'clock, so almost 19 hours without food. And for food, I only had a chicken leg, a very small chicken leg. I had 30 grams of sausage, and I had 100 grams of chicken livers. And that was my meal. So nothing more for today. And this will, of course, will not count towards the 600 grams, but I will explain to you what I had yesterday as well. So if I look at yesterday's meal, is that boiled eggs. I've looked on the internet and they say if I need just the protein without the sugars and the fats, the boiled eggs is perfect for me. Easy meal, 3 eggs, takes the hunger pains away and you're okay. Also a little something that I also like as a bulking agent to give the stomach a little bit more things to work on. So I put a cucumber in it, just chopped it up, a little bit of salt, and that is that. A small bell pepper and half a chicken breast and about 20 grams of bacon bits. That was my food for yesterday. And of course, if I add up everything, it worked out to about 367 calories, which is nothing. According to the Surgeon General, I need to have at least 1,800 calories a day, of course, to maintain, or maybe up to 2,000 for my height. I need about 2,300 calories. So yesterday's intake was only 367 calories. And I also went for a walk, and that was 161 calories according to the Apple Watch. So if I break it down, it went to 19 grams of carbohydrates, fiber 5 grams, fat 22 grams, sodium 208 grams, potassium, which is apparently very important for you. I had a 558 grams. And this morning, I weighed myself a little bit up, and I'll explain now why. And of course, I did my blood sugar, and I'm glad to say it was 5.9 moles. I will convert it into the normal deciliters, and I will put it in a little picture. But 5.9, considering the dawn effect, and my dawn effect came down from in the last month. It came down from a 9 to 5.9. So that is where you during your sleep period, your insulin level spikes because you're not taking anything in, and that pushes your sugar levels up. They call it the dawn effect. So I was super happy today. Yesterday afternoon, when I did about 6 o'clock, I did the test again, and it was 5.4. So I am now considered not to be diabetic. Now I know this is if I start eating the sugars again or the carbs again, it's going to go up. But with that blood sugar, I am not diabetic, which makes me very happy. Of course, the reason why did I pick up the weight? Why 600 grams? If I look at the small amount of food that I had, sorry, if I look at the small amount of food that I had, it shouldn't have happened. And I know the reason why. Because one of the consequences of this fasting, for me, is constipation. And I got so constipated for the first 3 weeks when I first started it. It was hard. It was incredible. I didn't go to the bathroom for 3-4 days at a time. Okay, you don't want to hear it, but yeah, that is a reality of it. Is that I got constipated. My wife suggested that I go buy some Movicol. And nothing happened. 2 packets of Movicol, nothing happened. Next day 2, nothing. Next day 2, nothing. Next day 2, nothing. And yeah, only by the 5th day, things started moving again. And of course, stupid enough, I should have taken it every day. So I stopped using it because everything is okay. And of course, the system stopped again. So if the system didn't stop again, I would probably have lost 100 grams or maybe 150 grams. But the fact is, be careful with your stomach. Make sure that everything is okay. So my expectations, and I know, and I see it with all these video titles, how I lost 100 kilogram or 30 kilograms in a month, how I lost 20 kilograms in a month. And that is a stupid expectation. Most people, a lot of them, I think, is just lying. Because maybe it's possible if you just starve yourself completely. It is possible, but you are going to gain it back. So for me, my expectations when I started this, I go for my walk and I think about about how much I can lose, and I've got a figure of 2 kilograms, 2.5 kilograms a week, and I think to myself that would be a perfect one because I don't want to spend the next 10 months, 6 months, 7 months on a diet. And of course, the expectation I completely revisit that. And for me now, my expectation is 1 kilogram, which is definitely a doable one. And everything above 1 kilogram is going to be a bonus. So for me, that is all I have for today. I might skip the next day or two if nothing happens. And then hopefully I will see you by Wednesday, or you will see me by Friday. I will maybe do a quick update on maybe Wednesday. If every morning I weigh myself, I think it's also a good idea for my motivation is to take my camera with me. I will try to be decent. I will take a picture of me standing on the bathroom scale, so that I can be accountable to you, that you can also see what is happening. And when I see you Friday evening, and hopefully I have some good news. And I say it's not every week is going to be good news. I think some of the weeks it's going to be some bad news, and some of the weeks is going to make me really pissed off, and some of the times it's going to make me happy. But that's going to be life, and that's the way that we are going to suffer. So this is the end for day one for me. And see you next time. And remember, like and subscribe. Good morning, Sunday the 25th of July. And yeah, I've reached on my fasting. I'm now on 25 hours and 18 minutes. And it's been quite easy actually. This morning it was just a cup of tea, some green tea. So it helps to add some liquids. Battling with drinking enough water. I know I'm way behind on my water intake. And of course, the biggest problem that I'm facing now is my colon is on total lockdown. Constipated for the last 3.5, up to this is my 4th day already. So of course that is not good for the scale, and indeed that translated on my weigh in this morning, and I actually added almost 2 kilograms in the last 4 days. And for me, that's not nice. But I also realized that it is definitely not about food. I gave you my diary earlier in this video, so it's definitely not about the food. But of course, it's the water, and also the fact that I'm totally constipated. So I'm trying to get that sorted out again, and maybe start drinking my Movicol on a daily basis. So that is me. Quite happy after 25 odd hours already. I'm definitely going to try to do a 48-hour fast. So that's quite a long time to go. But wish me luck, and I will do an update again tomorrow morning. See you then. Good morning. It is the 27th of July. 2021, and this is just a quick update for my video that will be uploaded on Friday. It has been quite a little bit of a journey for me the last 2 days. Quite constipated, yeah. And I saw my weight going up in the last 2 days. And this morning, I'm quite happy to see that it's starting to go down again. So I think my system is starting to work again. And so this morning I have recorded a 800 grams less, so quite happy about that. So I think the increase was because of my stomach that is not working. So hopefully that will be sorted out now. And so I'm looking forward to the next couple of days. Friday is a big weigh-in, and I was desperate to go below 130. I'm not sure if it's going to be possible. I did start a fast yesterday, and I am now over 17 hours in the fast, hoping to do at least 36 hours. So I'm quite desperate to get that less than a 130 on Friday. So we'll see.